Welcome back. So as you can see, I've got the aircraft back up on the blocks again, or at least the rear part of it, and I'm checking out this wheel to see why it that brake seems to be sticking. It doesn't feel too bad, but after sort of disassembling it, it turns out that the back set of pistons there were a little bit sticky. So I cleaned them all up and washed them all down and checked everything out and managed to actually get that resolved. And in the process, I actually called up Beringer and I spoke to them and sent them some pictures of my brakes, and they said, oh yeah, it looks like you've kind of glazed your discs a bit there and you probably need new pads. And I kind of was expecting that I could possibly do that with all the taxi testing that I was doing with the repeated runs. And it turns out also they never originally sent me, way back when I got the brakes, they never sent me the instructions for doing the break-in procedure. So that never actually happened correctly. And there you can see I got it all cleaned up, but I was like, yeah, I think I want to get new pads on there for sure, even though the brakes seem to be working okay apart from the stickiness. And I was like, well, if I'm going to do that, I may as well get the new discs on there as well, because one of the discs was a bit scored and the other one was a bit glazed. So anyway, I couldn't order them and get them here for the weekend, so on Thursday I just drove over to South Carolina there. It's only like a 2.5 hour drive, and I just picked up everything I needed. So this is Friday now today, and I'm back and got all the parts that I need. So the job is now to replace the rotors there, or the discs, and replace the pads. And I also got some new seals you'll see later for the reservoirs as well, the top of the reservoirs. So anyway, this wasn't too difficult, but it turns out I actually had to take the axle off as well. I couldn't just take these bolts out here and take the brake pads out. In order to get the disc out, you need to take the axle off. So it was a little bit more involved than what I thought, but while I had it off, I did a really good job of cleaning all around those pistons and making sure that they went in and out, and I worked them back and forth and they're all working about the same smoothness. There's the old disc there, and you can see kind of some glazing on it. There's the new disc, obviously hasn't been run at all yet, and there's some of the old pads, and there is the new pads there that I have. So got all those fitted up, as you can see there, and this is with not the brakes or the piston's not compressed yet, but sort of rotates around quite easily when that's the case. Now I got the wheel on there, and as you can see now, everything's all nice and clean, and it spins much better than it did before. And this is one on the other side, same job over here. Took me about 3 hours to change out both of them, because I had to take the axles off as well. But it looks really nice now. I got brand new brakes, so and you see that's just from spinning it, that mark on there. But I've got to do this procedure now. The braking procedure involves sort of taxiing it for about 1/4 mile just with the brakes on lightly, and then doing some stop tests and stuff on it in order to brake them in. And there you can see the little black seals there on the top. The old ones were green, and so they looked like they were getting kind of old and dated already. So I got some new ones of that. So now when I push on the brakes here, pump it up, so it's nice and firm there. It's not really moving very much, and then a second later that's still spinning nicely there. It's got a little bit of resistance on it, but not like it had before. Really took quite some effort. And same on the other side. And also I've gone and vented the static port into the cabin, so next time I take it out on the runway I'll be able to look at the altimeter and the airspeed and see if that problem's sorted out. And there's also a chance that Justin and Elliot will be showing up on Monday, but I don't have confirmation yet. Anyway, that's the update. Thanks for watching, and tune in again for the next one.